Hello, Jester Good here, and today I'm counting down the top 20 sets I want the most that released in the United States during the winter 2019 season. So from late November 2018 to around early February 2019. There's some winter sets I own that would have made the list, some that haven't been revealed yet that could have made the list, and some that aren't released in the United States that can't make the list. But without further ado, let's get into this. The LEGO creator Riverside Houseboat is the first LEGO creator set I've wanted in a while, aside from creator expert sets. While I wish it was less than $40, this design fits perfectly with my recently built old fishing store set. I'm a sucker for vehicles that have room to play with inside, and it has that. Also, it has a great alternate build that might make me end up getting two of these, which looks like a little fish shack on a pier. I don't really care for the third build, but hey, knocking it out of the park with two is enough. The PopUp Party Bus is such a strange set, even for the LEGO Movie 2 theme, and I love it. Like I said, I adore vehicles with standing room inside, and this set lives up to its name. There's a whole party which can pop up just by opening up the bus. Not only is it the return of the salmon color, I'm really intrigued by these jagged plates and how the light brick is integrated. The build isn't the only weirdly great thing. The mini dolls of the set have some exclusive recolors of existing hair pieces, which I'm curious to find a use for. Disco Kitty is friggin' cute too. Look at those shoes! The only relatively big LEGO Ninjago Legacy set I'll purchase is the $50 Kohl's Earth Driller. I adored the original 2013 version, which I felt was a miniature version of another set I love, the LEGO Power Miners Thunder Driller. This time around, not only is the driller improved with a better cockpit and exterior, there's also a giant brick-built Stone Warrior. I love these types of figures, but they're unfortunately few and far between. Emmett and Benny's Fixit Workshop is the only 4+ set on this list, and I think it's going under the radar of a lot of LEGO fans. While I originally thought it was $10, this $20 set will be an easy buy for me. I love the classic LEGO spaceship in this set, which pays tribute to a couple of OG 70s sets. I mean, it really is the star of the set in general. But for some reason, I really appreciate the printed panel as well, and it's a nice cheap way to get an extra Emmett and Benny. I love my recreational LEGO boats, and the next one coming out is a diving yacht. For 20 bucks, that diving boat is so comfy. It reminds me of set 6557, which one of my friends had growing up. The whole divers line is one I missed in general, and this is a way to get a little taste of it. The set shockingly includes the Sawfish, which only came in two very expensive sets back in 2015, and will be the first time I get it. New animals in LEGO form are always something I look for. The $15 LEGO Ninjago Samurai mech is a reimagining of a LEGO set I've always wanted but was never able to get my hands on. While it's a much smaller version, I love Ninjago mechs like Kai's Fire Mech and Jay's Electro Mech. I was never able to get the Skullkins with the specific headpieces. Here they are in a cheap set. It's a tiny, cute, cheap little mech that has some great minifigures to boot. Battle Ready Batman and Metalbeard might be one of the weirdest sets in the LEGO Movie 2 line, even with the party bus in mind. Like, what's going on here? They call this Metalbeard's crab mech form, but surprisingly weirder is the build for Batman. It's a throne, but like, it's so darn simple with a small ugly rock piece at its base. And even more jarring is the sign that says, "You're welcome." I'm sure all this will be less weird once I see LEGO Movie 2, but of course, I'm a minifigures guy, and I love the ridiculous new outfit for Batman. And I have no plans on getting any of the other sets with Metalbeard unless I can find them really early. This is the cheapest way to get him, after all. Add in some weird, random wasteland guy and a cute little star for 20 bucks, and the weirdness of this set doesn't hold me back in any way. The LEGO Movie 2 Emmett's Dream House Rescue Rocket set is the only strictly 2-in-1 set of this time around, but I'll admit that I never thought they would release a set of Emmett's house. It's so simple, I don't know if kids will like it, but it's right up my alley. You hear this with another set further up on the list, but this captures classic LEGO town sets I've always wanted but are too expensive secondhand. And unlike the classic town houses, this has a fairly packed interior. Little details like the TV with the color bars, the cute pillow with Emmett and Lucy Forever written on it, and an area for the exclusive Unikitty variant to sleep at really sell the model as a great value for 60 bucks. As for the alternate build, the rescue racket is hilariously outrageous, an idea that will return with later choices on this list. Oh, and this will be the way I get Wasteland Lucy if I decide not to get Ultra Caddy, and it's the only way to get an exclusive variant to Rex, which I quite like in his space outfit. See, I gave little hints for you guys to not get Snoke's throne room for the minifigures because this battle pack has a new version of the Praetorian Guards. It's my way to get great looking minifigures without having to pay for an overpriced, disappointing set. Of course, the build of this set is nothing special and the First Order Stormtrooper is so out of place here, but that's just what LEGO does. They love to make battle packs with unexciting builds and 2 or 3 really exciting figures, as that is what really will sell the set. Thankfully, even if the Stormtrooper is out of place, it's still a great army building figure. The LEGO Overwatch Hanzo vs Genji set is a nice little playset for 20 bucks. The build has a little display scene with some interesting pieces and an overall oriental feel. The minifigures, much like the Overwatch figures in general, go above and beyond. Hanzo has this really neat new hairpiece with the tassel at the end, and Genji has a new helmet with some detailed coloring and molding to it. The added surprise guard is a cute inclusion as well. The Golden Dragon is a smaller version of another one of my favorite LEGO Ninjago sets. Can't you tell 2013 was my favorite Ninjago year? While it's a bit odd that this is the first dragon in a while to use a 2-piece head, I'm interested on what looks to be a newer, smaller version of the original dragon piece heads. In general, the dragon is smaller but still captures the kick-butt gold look of the original build. The minifigures are a great selection for a $20 set, with a version of the Golden Ninja using the 2019 Ninja head wrap, and a new variant of the Overlord, who just looks phenomenally menacing. The Dorado Showdown set really shows off the potential of the LEGO Overwatch theme. The set captures the architecture of a Mexican town, something I haven't seen in a LEGO set before, and they throw in a pickup truck build for the payload, which, if I had to be honest, I wish wasn't so much of the focus of the set, but it's hard to complain about it when the set is only $30. With over 400 pieces and observing the content of the set, the price is more than welcome. I love the new hairpiece the Soldier minifigure has, and the McCree and Reaper minifigures are pretty good as well. I'm just less drawn to this set because none of our heroes I'm really into, but still, this set has to be one of the best values of winter 2019. Rex's Rextreme Off-Roader is the perfect $30 The LEGO Movie 2 set. The build is an off-roader that manages to be interesting with its color scheme harkening back to LEGO Agents theme. But if that build wasn't enough, the set is a 3-in-1 where the pieces can be rearranged to make ridiculous alternatives to the dinosaur. Speaking of which, I'm not getting the Rexplorer, which means this is the only way I could get that neat dino. And this is another way to get Rex, which I don't mind getting multiples of that hairpiece. Unikitty's Sweetest Friends Ever is an incredibly sweet set, living up to the name. For 10 bucks, not only is there a cute new Unikitty, but these brick-built dessert people are hilariously adorable. The ice cream guy has a ton of new prints, the chocolate guy is a really well done build for its small amount of pieces. I don't have too much to say beyond that. Watchpoint Gibraltar is the biggest of the LEGO Overwatch sets, and it has my favorite build of any of the sets aside from one other build of another set. We'll get to that later. I like spaceports, especially in video games, and the build for this with the red is more interesting than any of the versions they've released in City. I'll admit the ship itself isn't the best shuttle, but that might be because it reminds me of ships from LEGO Mars Mission, which I can't stand that theme. This is the only way to get a whole bunch of Overwatch heroes. Farah with an awesome new helmet piece, Winston, which makes for a really interesting big fig breaking from the design standards of most big figs with longer arms and different feet and such, and of course Mercy with a gorgeous new hairpiece. Sure, I wish it was less than 90 bucks, but the big fig Winston is probably bumping up the set's price a bit. The Burger Bar Fire Rescue is one of those LEGO City sets that immediately makes me think of my favorite part of Classic Town, simplistic restaurants. Sets 675 and set 6683 come to mind. Two sets I've wanted forever that I will probably never get sealed due to their high secondhand price. The Burger Bar Fire Rescue, on the other hand, is only 40 bucks. Yes, the Burger Bar build is a nostalgic and well done build, pun kind of intended, but unlike a lot of these other city sets, I like the fire truck build as well. This is probably because I don't have many firefighting vehicles, though the play feature of a water pump intrigues me. I'm not sure if it actually shoots water or if it's a flick missile, but I'm excited to find out. The LEGO Movie 2 Introducing the Queen set was one I initially thought was $10, but unfortunately it's $20. Still, for what is included, I think that's a good price. Not great, but good. Since I am unsure if I'll get the Sistar Starship, the inclusion of Sweet Mayhem here is more than welcome in all of her strange hairpiece glory. But an even better inclusion to me personally is Queen Whatever I Want to Be, since I have no plans of getting her creative box. Susan is fine as well. The build of the banana guy fits that crazy in a hilarious way category of a lot of the LEGO Movie sets builds, and he's definitely one of the more memorable builds of this wave as a whole. Benny's Space Squad is a set that every adult fan of LEGO is going to buy. For $10, LEGO has included a surprising remake of the retired Classic Space helmet with Classic Space minifigures, Benny, and some small throwback Classic Space builds. Not only that, but there's an entirely new pink Spaceman minifigure to add to the Classic Space lore. Sure, it may be nostalgia pandering, but it all works as a set that is the perfect price, and the builds are a loving tribute to LEGO Space in the late 70s and early 80s. Next up is the Tracer vs Widowmaker set, 15 bucks for two of the most popular heroes who only come in this set. The figures for them look perfectly adorable with new hair elements for both. The main build of the drone satellite is also very interesting for a small set. I appreciate the choice to put a vehicle that fits a spaceport-like theme in a cheap set. It's not a common occurrence from LEGO. And my most wanted set of winter 2019 is the Diva and Reinhardt set from LEGO Overwatch, which is one of the best $40 deals in 2019, and also one of those sets that I really want half of, the Diva half. Don't get me wrong, Reinhardt's mech is decent. I mean, it doesn't look like the average mech, but Diva is my girl, come on. Her mech is so unusual and unique that I'm really looking forward to displaying it with other Overwatch builds. It still blows my mind that LEGO Overwatch is a thing, and ever since the announcement, the one build I wanted right away is Diva's mech. Even more importantly, her minifigure is my favorite so far of 2019. I love expressive minifigures, and they just went all out with detailing on her. There's a new hairpiece, an adorable winking face, an alternate face of her blowing bubblegum. Gosh, can these sets just come out already? Actually, I could say that about any of the sets of this list. I mean, winter 2019 is one of the best LEGO release seasons in a long time. But which sets would make your list? Leave your choices in the comments below, and special thanks to all my Patreon supporters. I wouldn't have the motivation to push out so many big videos like this one recently if it wasn't for y'all, so it's only fair to show your names at the end of a list like this. Subscribe to be the first to see upcoming LEGO lists, and if you're craving more, check out my list of instances where LEGO ripped off other toys. Either way, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.